Good afternoon. Hi, y'all. How are you today? Let me just see if I can pull everyone up. Yes, there I am.
How are you
Got
today?
my volume working. Everything looks good. Let me put Do Not Disturb on and do it on this one, which I believe I have it. Sometimes it takes just a second. Hey y'all, how are you? Hope everybody's doing good today. All right, I think we are good to go. Hi, everybody having a good day? I hope so. Hi, my name is Laurie. I am a design coach in Julie Samako's Wreath of the Month Club for Southern Charm Wreaths, and Julie has asked me to come in again today and be with you, and let's make a pretty Valentine's wreath. It is so good to be here. I hope everybody is getting ready for the holidays, that your Christmas preparations are going well. I know it's kind of crazy that we are thinking about Valentine's, but in the wreath community, as well as the wreath world, we're always a season or two or a holiday or two ahead of the game. So I thought, last time I was here, I think we did a Mardi Gras wreath. Today, I am very interested in sharing with y'all a simple Valentine wreath, using Deco mesh and a really pretty sign. So I'm excited to get started. After you've worked with Christmas for so long, it's very refreshing to be able to work with new material for the next holiday coming up, and Valentine's Day is a good one as well. All right, it looks like everybody's coming in. Hi, Janet and Robin. I hope everybody's doing good. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to pull you down a little bit and show you what we're going to be working with, and we will begin our designing, okay? This is what we have. I have a very pretty 12-inch round metal sign, very cute. It has all types of different patterns, as well as a burlap tan looking back to it. We have the red and black buffalo plaid. We also have the black and white check or plaid. We have some glitter, and we have some stripes going on here. So I thought that this would be a really cute sign just to do something simple with, okay? So we're gonna design with this. I'm gonna use 10-inch regular burlap Deco mesh. We're not doing anything real fancy. We're just gonna enjoy the simple process of it. Next, I'm gonna show you the ribbons that I have chosen. So I have a really pretty 2.5-inch heart design. If you can tell, it matches color-wise my design in this sign, okay? We have like a burlap back. It matches the hearts that we have in there, both of them, as well as the solid and some white. So I chose that. I paired that with a really pretty white with red Swiss dot ribbon that will go together. The white in this 1.5-inch is going to pop off of the 2.5-inch that's in the back. All right. The next set, we have a white with a really pretty red check, and we also have a red buffalo plaid with a pom-pom or red pom-pom edge to it. A very pretty edge. I love this little ribbon. It's really pretty. I like it a whole lot. So that's our ribbon. I might put a bow in, I might not, but as always with Deco mesh, I'm going to throw in some greenery. Now, This red is a true red, right? And it is vibrant. It will attract the eye from the curb. So it's going to pop off anyone's door. And I wanted greenery that was simple but had some texture to it and was going to blend very well with the red. And this green goes really well with the red. I hope the lights can show you or showing you that. But it blends very well. It's got a lot of texture. It has a little teeny bit of white seeds in it. And it's going to pull the white out. It's going to complement the white in the sign. If you don't have something like this, you can always go with more of a blue-green. This is kind of muted, and this is a blue-green. It does have some white tips to it, so the white is going to still be pulled out. Okay, you could use something like this, or you could use something like this. This is a boxwood-looking greenery, and it has little white florals in it. Okay, you could use something like that as well. Those are 3 options. I'm going to go with this right now. I'm not putting any floral in it. This is just going to be a very simple design. Okay, and like I said, I might put a bow in it, I might not. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way and let's get started. How is everybody doing? Tell me where you're from and if you are ready for Christmas. Will you be at home hosting or will you be traveling? All right, let's get started. This is a 15-inch work reform. They call it a 15-inch. It's also known as a 24-inch. And the reason why is when it's completed, it will be 24 inches. Okay? From here to here is 24 inches. I didn't mean to say when it's completed. From when you pull the tinsel tie out, it's 24 inches, right? If you are looking at the top ring and the bottom ring are right at 15 inches. Okay, this is an elevated work reform. All right, so let's get started. This is regular Deco mesh. And we are going to go all the way around. We're going to make 3 turns. The third turn is going to help fill in the bottom and the top rows. All right. Now, with the 10-inch, I'm just going to drop it on the floor. Let me get it turned right. All right. So I always start on the top ring or the top row. And the reason why is it helps with my hands. I don't want the tinsels to poke into my hands. So I'm going to start at the top. It doesn't matter where you choose to start. Let me get all these pulled out. But I like to start at the top. So I'm going to turn my Deco mesh over 2 times. So I have a little round circle right here. And I'm going to gather it up. Okay? I'm going to put it in between these 2 ties right here. And I'm going to twist it. Okay? Then what I do before I even get started is I bunch or I gather my end up and I zip tie it down. You don't have to do this. The reason why I do it is I like a finished back, one that looks, the ends of the Deco mesh don't poke out of the back of the wreath. So I just put a zip tie there And I've got a really clean edge on it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to pull. I'm going to get this in line with my 15, and I'm going to do 10-inch loops. So I'm going to measure out to 25 inches, okay? So I'm doing 10-inch loops, and I'm just going to begin to put it down in here. Deco mesh is fun to work with. I like to work with Deco mesh during certain holidays, like Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, 4th of July, and Halloween. They are holidays that are quick and easy. My customers like to have something to put up for maybe a month and then take down and put a seasonal wreath on their door, but at the same time they're celebrating the holiday. So when it comes to holidays, some of my wreaths I do Deco mesh. All I'm doing is measuring out 10 inches, and I'm just twisting, and then I'm pulling the puff down. Okay? You want to make sure that your edges on your Deco mesh are turned under. It helps with fraying. Deco mesh is going to fray no matter what you do, but it helps cut the fraying down a little bit if you keep those edges turned under. How is everybody? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's good. I am trying to get ready for Christmas, and it will be here before we know it, right? All right, so I'm at my end, right, of my top ring. I'm going to untwist this. I'm going to put a 10-inch loop in it. I'm going to twist it back. I'm going to pull my loop out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down very tightly on my Deco mesh to the lower level, and I'm going to twist. It's kind of like I've jumped from one ring to the next ring. Okay? Hi Lisa, how are you? Good afternoon. And we're going to keep going. Same thing. Measuring out 10 inches. I am twisting and opening my puff up. There's all kinds of ways or methods that you can use Deco mesh. Let's see. Yeah. There is the woodland ruffle. There is the curl method. There is Julie's puff and curl method. There's all kinds of different ways that you can design wreaths with Deco mesh. I enjoy the curl method the most. That's my favorite, but I have found that you have to think about when you're making something, if you make it to sell or if you're making it as a gift and you have to ship it, you have to think about the size of the box that you're shipping in. And for me, this puff method keeps my Deco mesh wreath at least within the size that I can ship it. My curl wreaths, they can get pretty large and big. But the curl method is my favorite. Who out there designs with Deco mesh, and what is your favorite method? I know the woodland ruffle is pretty popular as well. Thank you, Darlene. I enjoy being here. Let's see. Pretty in pots. I have a question about the product after season. Do the clients reuse the metal frames for different seasons, or do you provide a new frame every time? So I use a new frame every time because I sell my product. I sell my wreaths. If the customer chooses to undo the wreath and use it for another, if they're making their own, they're more than happy to do that. They can do that. I will say this, total transparency. I have seen the time here at my own home where I needed a, let's just say I had done a 4th of July and a white frame and wanted to use it, and I had used that wreath for my own home for a couple of years, and I needed a new frame for Halloween. There have been times when I have redone the wreath, taken it apart and redone it. So yes, it just depends. I do not do that on my wreaths that go out. That is for personal use only. Okay. Robin likes the combination of the puff and woodland ruffle. All right, there you go. That's a nice combination. Okay, so we've already gone around the top. We've gone around the bottom. As you can see, there is some space right here. And I am going to put a third, I'm going to go around a third time, and I'm going to fill in this hole right here. And I'm going to fill it in on the bottom. I'm going to do 10 inches again. And I am going to secure it to the bottom ring. It just fills in those two layers really nicely. Now I am twisting like twice. I like to undo my ties when it comes to my Deco mesh and put it back in. There are designers who just go ahead and put it on top of the twisted tie Deco mesh that you've already put in. But for me personally, I like to undo my twist ties and do them back. The ladies in the Wreath of the Month Club know that I am pretty big advocate on good construction. If you have a good constructed base, that is 3/4 of your win when it comes to designing. So I like to keep my stuff very well constructed. Now, if you don't do that, that is perfectly fine. I'm not saying there is a right or wrong way. I'm just explaining why I do mine this way. Let's see, when will you be going live again? I'm probably going to go live again here. It just depends on when Julie wants me to come in, but I'm sure it will be the first of the year. I love popping over here, and whenever she invites me to share and design with you all as well. It's a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't like to design, right? I can do it all day long. And you never know what I'm going to end up with. I might have one design one way, and 3 hours later end up with another design completely different. You're welcome, Cindy. You're welcome. All right, we're getting there. We're almost through. As much as I enjoy working with Deco Mesh it does take a little longer. It's easy, but it does take a little longer. And the reason why is you have to build your base. You have to build your base. So that's why it takes just a little longer. So tell me, do you put Valentine's Day up on your doors or your homes? Do you celebrate Valentine's or maybe Mardi Gras? I know that those that celebrate Valentine's, a general rule of thumb is they put a Valentine's wreath up on their doors about the middle of January. And that goes through Valentine's Day or the end of February. So now is the time, if you are a maker, to begin making Valentine's Day and get those pretty designs out so people who enjoy them can see what you offer. All right, we've come to the end. Okay. My last twist. Yep, that's right. All right. So here at the end, I'm going to cut off about 5 inches. This is what I have left over. You can always use that for something else. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end that I cut off and I am going to feed it through the top and the bottom loop right here. There it is. I'm going to fold this Deco Mesh over. I'm going to lay it down on the outer ring. And once again, I'm going to take a twist tie. And I am going to twist tie this down. And it just helps the edge, like I said, be really smooth and finished. Gives it a finished look. See that right there? So I have one right here and one right here. Now, at the end, you can always go in and cover this up if you wish. All right, but this is what we have. You get some of these little strings off of the Deco Mesh cut off so they don't get in our way. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and we're going to add our ribbons before we put our sign on, okay? So this right here is the combination, right? I'm just going to take one, lay it on top of the other, fold it down, just like that, open it back up, and I am pinching or gathering it together, just like that, in the middle, and I'm going to start. I'm going to lay it down and twist. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to open it up like it is a cross. I'm going to crisscross my bows or my ribbon. Now, I have cut these 12 inches. I will come back in and end up cutting some of these down. I know I will. But for the time being, we're going to keep going. I'm going to do every other one, and then we'll go to our next ribbon. I cut 8 of each. I know I'm going to have to cut another one. There are 18 ties on a work wreath form, but I was not sure if I wanted to do a bow or not, and that's why I only did 8. I like to keep one twist tie open for my bow if I choose to make a bow. Well, this little booger right here, it didn't get the dovetail. The rest of them did. That's okay. We're going to put this right here. Now, you do not have to untwist, okay? I just by habit do that with the ribbon as well. Okay, now we're going to jump to the next on the top. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. And it goes so well with the sign. Just like that right there. Sometimes when you have a tie, like this one right here, that likes to fall over, you can fix that in several different ways. And if I think about it at the end, I will show you how you can fix that. What I do is I take one twist tie and I twist it down under the ring, but I don't do that at the moment. I do that all at the end once I get everything in. Go in and do my tweaking is what I call it. Again, I'm folding my ribbon in half to give me a good idea of where the middle is. I'm pinching it together. I am untwisting and then twisting back my twist ties, and then I am crossing my ribbons over. Well, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. You can make Valentines as simple or as elaborate as you'd like for it to be. It all depends on what you want. Okay, I think we're jumping down to the next one. Make sure I've got everybody filled in on the top. I do. So I am jumping down to the outer ring, and I'm just going to continue to repeat the process, and we'll be finished here in a minute. Now, you need to think about, and we talk about this in the Wreath of the Month Club. Think about your color as you're putting your ribbons in. For example, show you real quick. I've got one little tie that doesn't want to cooperate. Okay. So I have this ribbon right here, this buffalo plaid ribbon, and this white with red. Now I'm going to come in with the next ribbon, right? So what ribbon is going to make this buffalo plaid pop? What's going to make this buffalo plaid pop is going to be the white that's behind it. So when I do my crisscrossing, I'm going to think about what's going to make this ribbon pop open. And I'm going to put that white ribbon behind it. I'll show you. It's just another level of designing that you can incorporate into your designs. Hang on, where are my scissors? Here they are. That will improve or help you as you're designing. When we design, it's all about the customer or the viewer's eye and what we want that eye to do, how we want to help their eye move through our design, right? So you see that right there? That white's going to pull the viewer's eye in. It's on both sides. And then from that, the viewer is going to see this really pretty red and black. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Almost finished. Now this little dovetail right here, I cut my dovetails like 8 or 9 at a time. And sometimes there's 1 or 2 that doesn't quite get a clean cut. All right, the next one is this one. Any wreath makers on here who have asked for something for Christmas that is in the craft area, any kind of tool or anything that you are hoping you get that's on your wish list for Christmas? I know I have plenty. Plenty. And I'll end up getting this for myself because that's just how me and the husband work. But I want one of those vacuum cleaners that are like standing, where I can just sweep up. You see a lot of hairdressers have it. You can just sweep up and then you vacuum it in. Oh my gosh, that would be so good. So nice. Right? Oh, Cynthia has asked for a new printer to print the planner. Yes, girl, yes. I hear you. That planner is just off the charts. Very cool. It is so good. So if you're not aware, Julie's 2024 design planner has come out. She's just released it. And I'm telling you, it is so good. It is just really, it's got a lot of really good goals and tips and affirmations. There's 360 affirmations for each day. Not only is it about business, it is just life. It's all about our life and being able to incorporate a richer way of living. It is really good. Really, really good. Okay, we have one more. And I think I'm going to cut one because I don't know if I'm going to put a bow on this or not. We'll see. I am in the design mode. And I'm going to see where it takes me. So let me just cut. I'm cutting these 12 inches. Cut 2 more. Darlene, I know Julie has a link here on her page. I'm not sure, honey, if you are in the Wreath of the Month Club. If you are, then you can get it there. If not, you can get it at southerncharmwreaths.com. It is there as well. I'm sure she has it linked here on her page, but you can also go to southerncharmwreaths.com and get it. And girl, I have already, mine's already printed. I've had mine bound. It is really good. I've been with Julie for ever since she started putting planners out, and I promise you, this one is the best one she has ever done. I told her I was proud of her. She did good. All right, here we go. That's what we have at the moment. So, Donna, I think the planner, this is just the planner, honey. This isn't the other things that come with it. But I think the planner has 77 pages in it. I'm not sure. You're welcome, Darlene. You're welcome, honey. I'm not sure, but I think it's 77. I got mine done at Staples only for the simple fact that we don't have an Office Max or anything like that. We're in the town that I live in. But, all right, there we go. A very pretty. Did not take us long. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to get my pretty sign in here, right? So I'm going to put this sign in. I'm going to turn it around, and I want to talk to you for just a minute about getting your sign in. Now, the one thing you want to do is you want to get all your ribbons out of the way. All right, so you're not digging underneath that sign. Do I want to put my holes right here and attach it to where these two are, or do I want to put my holes here and do it on the side? It does not matter. You can also do all 4 if you choose, right? But it doesn't matter. And I think I'm going to do mine on the sides. I have 1 twist tie here, and I have 1 twist tie here, and I am going to put a hole right here, right? I am using a Smith beadsmith tool for jewelry, all right? And I'm going to put a hole right here. I'm just popping a hole in, right? I'm going to get 2 pieces of florist wire. You can use Chanel stems as well. But now comes the fun part. I'm going to put this sign in. Okay. Now, a lot of times I see wreath makers put their sign in, and when they put their sign in, it sinks down in. And that's not what you want. You want your sign to stand out. You want it to stand up somewhat. So what I'm doing is I'm just feeding the the florist wires through the hole and through one angle. All right. And I am going to temporarily twist 2 or 3 times. Okay. It's still really loose. I'm going to come to the other side. Here it is. I'm going to come to the other side and I'm going to do the same exact thing, right like this. I'm going to put my my wire through. I'm going to come through the other edge. I'll turn it over and let you see where I've put it. Okay. I'm going to pull it through, right? Get my wire, come on through. There we go. And I'm going to temporarily twist it down. Okay? See what I did? What I did here and what I did here. Now look, it is not, it's on there, but I haven't pulled it down so tightly. I haven't pulled it down so tightly that my sign is sunken into my design to where you can't see it, and or it's bent. So once I get it tacked down, then I go back in and I continue to twist my florist wire that is holding my sign down. Okay, I'm going to twist it maybe a 1/2 inch out. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, just to give it a good tighter twist on it. Right? Turned it over. I'm going to cut these off because this is where I want it. Get this twisted a little bit better. Cut that off. I'm going to bend both of them back into my wreath. And listen, at this time, I'll just show you real quick. While you're thinking about it, where are mine? You can come in here at this time and put one of your business labels on if you sell, right? You can put it right there. Just like that. Okay? While you're thinking about it. All right. There is what we have now. I want to get everything back where I had it. Right? I'm probably going to get this up on the easel here in just a second. But I want to make sure I've got everything out from underneath. Get my ribbons turned and standing back to attention, so to speak. We want everything pretty. Now I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to tuck it up underneath there. There we go. Just getting everything back where I had it previously. Now you can come in and cut these ties down or off if you choose. Right? At this point, you've built your foundation. At this point, we have built our foundation. What we do next will elevate it to the next level. So if this is all you want to do and you are finished, this makes a gorgeous, very pretty Valentine's wreath, right? So fun and sweet, very cute. Hang on, I'm going to put this up on here. And I'm going to bring you up. Hello, hello. How is everybody? I'm going to pull you in some. Right? Let's make sure you can see it. Oh. Sorry, I've got a new setup going on here and it's taking me this is the first actual designing that I will be doing. I did a Mechanics Monday yesterday, but this is my first actual design on it. So y'all bear with me just for a minute. Okay, so there we go. Now, you want to make sure that your ribbon tails are sticking out and up at attention. They are not curled under. Just get those tails where you want them to be. We want to distribute the color in our wreath throughout, right? But like I was saying, we have built our foundation. What you do at this point, you could stop right here and it would be so sweet and pretty. But what you do from this point forward is just extra special stuff. You can elevate it even more. For example, you could come in here and put ornaments in it. You could put curls, you could put hearts in here. Let's see. I could come in here and put some hearts in here, that kind of thing. So you are not just limited to what I have right here. You can certainly go up even more. Today I'm going to put some greenery in because I want to break this red, white, and tan color up. When you break color up, it makes it stand out even more. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay? All right. So what we have here is, I have this right here, and I am going to cut it down some. This is a pusher. It has several different elements on it. Fern, some seeded. It's really pretty. So this is called a mixed greenery bush. And I love it. It's very nice to design with. All right, so let me cut these down real quick and we will figure out what we want to do. Okay, so when you get something like this, you want to make sure that you have given it some life. So you want to touch every little piece and you want to bend it and make it appear as if it is coming out of nature, right? So it's this opposed to this, which is very flat. Okay, now I might cut this down even more, but let me just see what I want to do here. Yeah, I like that. Going to break it up a little bit, which is what I want to do. I want to break it up a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Now look, if you don't like where you put something, you can always move it. There's no right or wrong ways to it. It's what you like and what you see. On a Deco mesh wreath, Julie teaches that you can take a twist tie, right, and make a little circle with your finger, and then you can take your greenery and stick it down in that circle, and what happens is the greenery glues to the ties, the needle ties, and it will stay better for you. Okay, so there we go. Let's get started. What we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a little bit of greenery in here. Come on, hot glue. Need to turn it up. Okay, again, I'm going to take a little twist tie and I'm going to make a circle with my finger, and then I'm going to stick it right down in there. And it glues to the actual twist tie. Right? Okay. I'm going to break this up again. Everybody doing good? Okay, that's one that I can use later. Just separating these to make sure they're evenly done. Now look, if you cut something apart and you have a little teeny stem that is just straight, you want to turn it under, and the reason why is your element won't come off your stem. Okay? So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to do another twist tie. This time I'm going to put this one in the back. This one in the front. I'm going to put this one in the front. Doing a little twist, turn, and I'm sticking this down in here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this longer piece to the back, and I'm going to put it in the back right here. There we go. Get the glue off of here. Now again, what we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. Let me turn that a little bit. You can also use your twist ties to help your elements stay in place if they don't want to. There we go. All right. I'm going to come over here. When you alternate sides, it helps you with your balance, right? It helps you keep your design balanced. There we go. I'm going to put some, I might put a little bow right there. In fact, that's what I think I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to come in and put some right here, but I don't want the longer. I want some of this right here. Twist this around. And I'm going to put this right in here. Just like that. We're going to open that up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put some right over here. See how that green just breaks up the red and white, and therefore it allows it to pop even more. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put some right here. Everybody doing good? Okay, almost done. Almost done. I'll put a little bit on this. And I'm going to have this drape a little bit. Give it some movement and some life. I need one right here and one right here. And I think the green is evenly distributed. Very simple design. Now, you don't have to use greenery at all. You can use completely something else. You can use picks. You can use whatever you'd like. Right? Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Lord have mercy. I put it in the one. Sorry about that. Happens to the best of us, doesn't it? There we go. That's where I want it, right there. All right, and I need a little bit right here. I need some greenery right here. So the whole object is to get my greenery all the way around. Right? I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put some right here. Right there. Just like this. Uh-oh. There we go. Now, I want to fill in these little spots with just little pieces of greenery. So I'm going to cut these down a little bit. And I'm going to stick these in. Right? I'm going to put some right here. I'm going to put some right here. I am gluing to the tinsel ties, the actual little tinsels. Let me get this cut down some more. Put some right here or right up here. I like that. There we go. And I need some right here. And I think as far as the greenery goes, that is enough for the time being. Put a little bit right here. I have a bow that I'm going to put right here. I think I have it in my head what I want to do. All right, let me show you really quick. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Anybody got any questions? We are almost finished. We are on the last leg. So I am going to take this really pretty buffalo and black, red and black check, buffalo plaid, and I think I'm going to put a bow right here. So this is a 1.5 inch, and as always, I love me some tails, right? So I'm going to do my tail about, let's just say 14 inches. And I'm going to pinch. I'll pull you down just a little bit so you can see, right? And I'm going to measure out 12 inches. And I'm going to pinch and pleat. And I'm going to twist towards me. Measure out another 12 inches. Pinch and pleat. Twist away from me. Make sure they're the same size they are. Pinch and pleat. Measure out 12 inches. Pinch and pleat. Twist towards me. Measure out another 12 inches. Pinch and pleat. Twist away from me. Right? So I have 4 loops at 6 inches. Let me just see how that looks. So pretty. All right. Now I'm going to do 2 or 3 loops at 10 inches. Pinch and pleat. Twist towards me. 10 inches. Pinch and pleat. Twist away from me. Pinch and pleat. Twist towards me. Now, do I want to do 3? Oh yeah, so pretty. I think I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do one more at 9, just so maybe I'll do 4 inches. No, I'm going to do one more 10 inch. Pinch and pleat and twist. Why do you need to change the way you twist? You don't necessarily have to, but twisting towards you gives the bow an opportunity to stand up. Twisting away from you gives the bow the loop an opportunity to stand up, but it helps with where your bow lands as far as giving you the right side of the bow, right? You can twist any way you'd like to, but I need, if I was going to do another one, I would need the bow yeah, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to take this right here and I'm just going to tuck it behind what I already have. All right. I'm going to take a piece of florist wire. Twist my hand over like I'm checking my watch. Lift my pointer finger up, take that wire, put it underneath my pointer finger, and I'm going to wrap it around the loops in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to make sure my loops are exactly where I want them to be. Okay. And I'm going to make sure my tails are where they need to be. I'm going to pull tightly with my hand, my dominant hand, away from me. I'm going to pull tightly as I hold the bow towards me. And it causes tension, right? So I'm going to pull tightly, and as I pull tightly, I'm going to twist the bow. Okay? And that's what we have. Very pretty. I think I'm going to put it right here. Okay? So, I am going to weave this in. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to take this tie off, this ribbon tail off. And I'm going to put this bow on. Okay, I'm sorry I'm stepping in front of you. Okay, and I'm going to put it right here. All I'm doing is I'm taking my florist wire and I'm sticking it through the Deco mesh, and I'm wiring it to the upper ring of the wreath form. Hang on. All right, and there we go. Now all you do is adjust your loops wherever they need to go. Okay. I'm going to dovetail these right here. Sometimes I like my tails to be even, and sometimes I like them to be off. And this is one time where I just want it to appear like the ribbon and the bow are just hanging out. All right, I think that's it. What do you think? Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I like it a whole lot. All right, let me pull you up. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pull it a little closer to you so you can see it. Right? There it is. Right here. I can never get this camera right, the angle right on it. There you go. Just like that. A very pretty, simple Valentine Day design, wreath design, and it turned out precious. So pretty for Valentine's Day. But really simple, Deco mesh, ribbon, and one greenery. And that's all there was to it, right? All right. Oh, thank you, Janet. Let's see if anybody, thank you, Robin. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Christine. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I was able, for those who have not done Deco mesh, to show a couple little tips on how you do work with Deco mesh. Yeah. So I will go back in and see if I need to tweak anything, but other than that, I think it turned out very well. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well, sweetie. Very kind of you to say. Darlene, thank you. Yes, the greenery, in my personal, humble opinion, never will fail you, even in a Deco mesh wreath. Greenery just elevates any design. This is a simple one that I wanted to show you are. Okay, so with that being said, I want to thank Julie again for asking me to come on and spend a little bit of time with you designing a really pretty Valentine's wreath. It is almost Christmas, as you all know, and I certainly hope that you have a very Merry Christmas. I won't see you probably until after the new year. So take care. Love everybody you come in contact with, family, friends, strangers. Let's just spread the love of Jesus. That's the whole reason for this Christmas holiday season. Jesus is the reason for the season, right? Take care. As always, y'all be blessed and be a blessing to somebody else, okay? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, early. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.